Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Gigi Digital Studio USA. My name is Griselda, and on this video I will share with you how to use your ultimate wedding spreadsheet. So let's begin. On the first tab that you will see on your spreadsheet, it's called the Start Guide Instructions, and here it will explain how to use all of your tabs from your spreadsheet. The next tab that you will see on your spreadsheet is called the Setup, and this is where you could personalize your spreadsheet. It has pre-filled information, but you could change it however you want. You could also change the vending categories. For example, let's do an example here. I'll put beauty services, and it will automatically update here on the vendor options right there. Yes. Okay, and then you could also start your week on a Sunday. You could start it on a Monday. You will have to put the year here, and then the start time and day. And here you can see the month set up, the days of the week. You could change the table names if there's a theme. If you want, you could change the bar colors. If you don't know the hex code, because you will need a hex code to change the color, you could go to a website called Shade Generator. And what you do here, you could type in your favorite color or the color that you need, and you just copy it and you paste it like this, and it will automatically update on your tasks like this. This next tab, it's called the Wedding Overview, and here this is where you will view the wedding preparation progress. And so here you will see the name of the bride, the groom, wedding date. This is where you select the currency. This is where you will add the wedding budget. These are the open tasks from the other tab. And this is the money left, venue pictures, guest information details, venue details, to-do list, and these are a summary of your expenses from the other summary of your wedding budget tab. And this is just a graph. And here you could add your wedding registry, wedding website. To begin with, you will start with the name of the bride. So here we're going to name her Alice Jones. The groom will be Josh Johnson. The wedding date, let's say the 22nd. And I'm going to select the currency, dollars, and the budget will be 12,200. Okay, so these are the open tasks. Here you see the money that is left to spend. And here, details. The wedding theme, let's say it will be gold and white. The venue, these are the venues from the other tab. They do automatically populate here. And I'm going to pick this one. And then you'll see the picture. This is the venue that I'm going to select. And then you could add the couple picture. You go to insert image in the cell. And then you select browse. And you select the picture that you want to upload. Okay, then down here, this is a summary. And to-do list, let's say pack, honeymoon, clothes. Okay, and then you just check them off. Okay, and yes, this is your overview summary. On this tab, it's called the wedding budget, and this is where you're gonna break down and plan and track all the wedding expenses. You will see up here the wedding budget, actual expenses, money that's left, and then you will see on this box right here all the people that are contributing to your wedding, what's planned, the actual amount, and then you will see here all the categories of all the expenses, the budget, and this is the breakdown of all the categories by color. And here are all the expenses that you could that you'll have in your wedding, and these are all the categories here. Okay, so I already have some examples. The way you get your wedding budget here, you go to wedding overview and you will type here your wedding budget. So let's say 12,200, and then it will automatically be updated and here. So 12,200, that's just an example. And then here I already have some examples, so I'll do one more for you. Let's say that that's the due date, and then it will be, let's say, wedding stationery, and for the budget for that is $300. The actual amount paid, it's $300, and it was paid by family. And the description will be invitation card, menu, thank you cards, and the program. And then here you will include the name of the vendor. It's a vendor, okay. And the vendors are from here, this page. So whatever you put here for based on the category, it will automatically populate here in this section. And then the payment date, let's say that. And then once you check mark here, it will automatically update the spreadsheet, and the information will show up right here. The wedding stationery, $300 budget, and the actual, and it will also show up here in the graph. Okay. And then it was a contribution from family members. Okay, right there. Yeah, so that's how you will include all your expenses for your wedding. The next tab on your spreadsheet is for your wedding ideas and inspirations. You could add up to 20 ideas and inspirations. So here you pretty much insert an image right like this. You go to browse, you select the image, click open, and the image will be inside the cell. And then you could add some notes right here, add a link like this. And then you could do the same to other ideas and inspirations that you might have. The next tab on your spreadsheet is called the venue options. Here you could add up to 9 wedding venues when you're planning. So let's do an example here. Okay. Here you will insert the image like this. And then we could add what type of event it will be. Let's pick reception. You add the address, the capacity. Let's see, let's put 400, price, deposit, availability. If it's available or need to book immediately, need to book in advance. If there's any catering available, I'll put available. Is there any parking, on-site parking, on-site accommodations, and the rating. And then you could do that for these other ones as well. And you have all these types of events. The next tab is the wedding tasks, and here you could add or edit tasks to this pre-made timeline up to 12 months before the wedding. And you pretty much just add the task and you mark it off, add the date like this. Let's put one right here, an example. You just put a date right here. Change the format. You just mark it off like that, and our color will change once it's completed. So this is your monthly planner, and this is where you're gonna be organizing all the months of the year, you could just select the month here of your choice, and then you'll also keep track of the progress in all your days, Monday through Sunday, and throughout the whole month, all the weeks, okay? And then you can also type all your monthly goals here and some notes. So I already have some examples here. So when you complete the task, you will just check mark and you will see the progress right here. And then the task has been crossed. It has like an underline right there. And then so you just check mark if you have completed that, and your progress will show right there. Let me make one example right here. Let's say I'm going grocery shopping, and then like that. And a monthly goal, maybe like practice dancing, some notes, read a positive affirmation daily. Okay, so this is how you will track your daily activities and tasks. And here you can start your week any day. Saturday, you want to start it on a Sunday. I'm going to put Monday. And then here you could pick any year. It will just update your calendar. So the next tab on your spreadsheet is called the vendor options. Here you could add up to over 100 vendors and compare them and select what's the best choice. To begin, you will select a category from here. So this time I'm going to be doing transportation, and then I'm going to write the description here. So it will be limousine services. And then the company name will be AJ Limo Drives. And the name of the contact person will be AJ. Phone number will be here. This will be the email. And then let's say availability. We could pick need to book in advance. With the cost, let's say $85 per hour, $85 an hour. The email, you could add email right here. The budget, if it's in budget, let's say yes, and the deposit. And you could rate it. Once you have added the vendor information and you have several of them, you could pick the final choice. Once you select what's the best option for yourself, you could check mark here. Okay, so that's what you will do for all the ones that the vendors they're going to be adding. This next tab is called the wedding day plan. Here you created a timeline for your wedding day to keep everything and everyone on time. And here you pretty much add all your personal activities and your wedding activities. I have an example here for you, and you could make it your own. You could change the time here. Let's say 8 in the morning, get up and eat breakfast. And let's see, so here you pretty much type up whatever you want to add here. Let's say at 1 in the morning, go travel to honeymoon. It's the wedding party tab, and here's where you're going to keep track of who's performing what in your wedding. And you will add here the maid of honor, the best man, the name of the guest, their role, their personal information like the address, phone number, email, the responsibility, table number, and if they're dress ready, like if they have their clothes ready. So let's begin. For the maid of honor, I'll have Ariana, or it could be the best man. or whatever fits in your wedding. And here I'm gonna have an example. Let's say Matthew Lopez. He will be the usher, and you have all these options here: bridesmaid, groomsman, flower girl. Okay, and I'll just type in like some address, an example. Phone number, email address, okay, and then I'll have the role that he will be doing. He's gonna welcome guests and direct them to their seats, and he will be sitting in table 12, and then you could just click right here if they're dress ready. Okay, so that's it for the responsibilities of the guests. Our next tab is called the guest list, and this is where you will plan which guests will be attending your wedding, and you will add all their details. As you see here, the first box on the left, it has all the overall information on your guest. You will see the total guests, family, friends, colleagues, and other. Under that, you have all the guests that have reservations, the date of the reservation, how many days are left, confirmed, decline, and pending reservations. And you will also see which guests have attended your other events, such as an engagement, party, bachelor party, bachelorette, rehearsal, dinner. And that information is based on the information that we have down here. Okay, and we will go over that in a second. Next, we have the guest relationship breakdown. We have family, friends, colleagues, and other. We have the reservation breakdown percentages here. You have the meal information here. You could customize it and add whatever you want to put here. And you have dietary restrictions here. Okay, and this information comes from this bottom part as well. If you want to change the color of your graph, you could do so. You click on these three dots on the right hand side. You click and you click on edit chart. You go to customize, pie slice, and you could change the color of each slice. For example, the current color of the family, it's this color right here. If you want to change that, you could pick something else like this color, or you could pick one from here. If you don't find it here, you could go to a website called Shade Generator. You type the hex code. If you don't know it, you could just type in the name of the color and you copy it here, and you will simply paste it like this. I'll show you like this, and you just click OK. So that's how you change it. And then so down here we have the type of the information. You have a guest from the bride, or it could be groom, or their mutual friends, the guest name, the relationship, if the envelope was sent, the address, the phone number, email, the number of guests that are attending, if there's a child, if the invitation was sent, yes, no, reservation, what kind of meal. And this is from the top part right here. This is your menu. You could just type it here and then it will show up on your Dropbox right there. Any dietary restrictions, what's the table they're going to be sitting on, and any accommodations needed. And this is the engagement party or events information and gifts that have been received. Okay, so I'm going to do an example right now. Let's say that the guest is from the groom. The name's going to be Alicia Gomez, and she is, let's say she's the bride's family. And the next question is, if the envelope was sent, we could put yes. The address, let's see, I'm just going to make one up right here. Okay, the phone number. And then the email goes there. How many guests will be attending with her? Let's say 3. And then this question, it's if there will be a child, we put yes. And then this question is invitation sent, reservation. So we're gonna put invitation sent yes, reservation yes, and what she prefer. Let's say she will eat the salad course. That's what they would eat. And any dietary restrictions, let's say gluten-free, and they're going to be sitting on table number 20. And this other question right here, any accommodations? No accommodations. And did they attend any of the other events? Let's say they went to the engagement party. They went to all of the events, okay? And then what gift that did we receive from them? Let's say it was an Amazon gift card. Okay, oops, can't type. And then we just click right here that a thank you note was sent, okay? And then that information will be updated here. Okay, right here, and the confirmed, and then it will show on the graph right there. And that's it for this tab. This next tab is the seating chart, and this is where you're going to be sitting all your guests from your party, your wedding, and you have up to 300 seats and up to 20 tables. And the number of tables and seats will differ from person to person. So some of them might have less tables and less seats. So just keep in mind the number of seats that are available in your tables, and the and the number of guests that each guest will be bringing with them. Okay, so in here you will see the number of total confirmed guests, and this is from the previous tab that we'll be referring to. And then these are the guests that have been seated on the seating chart here that I added to the tables. And these are the remaining that need to be seated. So the way this works is that I will select the name of the guest, and I'm going to have an example. Let's see. Well, this one, Sonia. Sonia, if we go to the previous tab, we will see that Sonia has 7 guests. So she will bring 7 guests with her. So all these seats will be reserved. If your table has 8 seats, maybe the entire table will be for Sonia, and then you could add the other guest at the other table. So here you could add, let's say Mario. If we go to this previous tab right here, we're gonna refer to this one. So Mario has 2 guests, and then Erica has 4. So we could combine these in the same table if you would like, if you have enough seats. So he has 2. So these 2 will be for Mario, and then on here will be Erica. So she will have 4 seats right here. Okay, and then you just do the same thing for the other
guests for Erica. Oh no, we already did Erica. Let's do Cindy. Cindy, no, we did Cindy as well. Mia Cruz. Mia, let's see, Mia, she has 2 guests, and then we can combine Mia, let's see, and James, which is 4 in total. So we could have Mia, which is 2, and then James would be here for a total of 6. And then the numbers right here will be changing. So now we have 9 that have been seated, and the remaining to be seated are 56. The next tab is called the packing list, and this packing list, you could add all the essential items that you need for your wedding. And it is a very important tab because as your wedding is quickly approaching, you will notice that you have a lot of things that have been accumulated that you need to bring to your venue. And it's becoming more and more difficult to remember what needs to be done and things they need to drop off. So in order to forget important things and not get overwhelmed, this tab will help you stay on track so you don't forget anything that you need to do or bring on that important day. So here we have things like bride attire, groom attire, bride grooming kit, grooming kit, emergency kit, ceremony related items, reception, and wedding gifts. Okay, so you could edit and make it your own. You could remove and add more things to it. So I'm gonna do a couple of examples here. For example, for the groom, I'll put some like accessories. And then reception related, maybe the guest wedding favors. Okay, and then as you complete each task, as you're bringing the items, you could just check them off and you can see the percentage, which ones have been completed and which ones you need to do, and the color changes like this. Okay, and you do the same for all the other ones too, like that. Emergency kit. This next tab is called the Wedding Dress Planner. This is where you're going to add your wedding dress details. So this part, you could add a picture of your wedding dress, your favorite bridal look. The shop details go here. And then you could add the fitting dates, notes, and down here you will add information about the accessories that you will be using on your wedding with your dress. So let's start adding a picture. I go to insert image in cell, and then from here I'm going to add the image and click open. Now I'm going to add the shop details here. Okay, I'm going to make up an address. And phone number. Email. And then I'm going to make up some dates here, fitting the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and pickup date. Okay. And the the notes go here, and down here you could edit this part, and you could customize it however you need to. You could add or remove some of these accessories. I have some examples here: bridal shoes, hairpiece, belt, and then you could just add the link, date, cost, if you bought it or not, and notes. So I'm gonna add a link to this one right here, and then I'm gonna add the date. Let's here the cost. Let's say it was $20, and I already bought it. And then you do the same for the other ones that you're gonna be adding here, and a note if you need to. This next tab that you see here is called the guest and gift log, and you could add up to over 100 guests here with their gift description. So I'm going to do an example. Let's say Anna Ferris gave, here you will add the gift description, gave me an Amazon gift card, and I will double click this cell to add the date. And you could add an image if you would like. You could take notes. And if you send a thank you message or card, you will click this checkbox here, and you will do the same for all the other guests. Moon Planner, and this is where you're gonna plan your honeymoon after the wedding. And this area right here, this is where you will type the start date, the end date, and you will not type on the gray cells because it will disturb the formulas. And here you will have the budget summary. Up here it will have the countdown to the trip, travel notes. This is the traveler's packing list right here. And then on this area you will see the to-do list, and this will be the progress of the to-do list. This you will have your expense breakdown by categories. You have all these categories here, and these categories, the breakdown will show right here, the breakdown. And this will be the budget remaining and budget spent. So let's begin. So I'm gonna start by selecting a date. Let's say right, this date right here. Okay, and then so it shows the days, nights, and here you will pick a picture. You could customize this, personalize your spreadsheet. You pick a picture like this, and then you could type in some travel notes right there, and here you could type in let's see, some snacks, and I need to pack some crackers, nuts and chips, and Mark will pack that, and he will pack let's say 4. And then here you will see the items total and the ones that needs to be packed. So let's see, we have all these packed already, and then one is remaining. Then let's move on to the budget. Let's say that there's a budget of 3,500, and you could pick here the currency. And then I already have some examples of expenses here. So this section on the gray area, you can see the amount that has been spent and then what's remaining. And I'm gonna have these are some examples I already have, and I'm gonna do another example. Let's say some food and drink, and we had the Kahlua pork with some like a drink. Okay, and then we spent like, let's say $30. The 25th, okay, and then it has already been payment has already been done. And then you can see here the expense breakdown, the travel, accommodation, transportation, tours, like all these categories here that you see right there. You could also customize the categories. Let's say instead of miscellaneous, you want to type that you want to like store. Let's say you went to the grocery store or any store, so it will update down here, right there. Okay, so yeah, so that's the breakdown of the spreadsheet for the expenses that have been done. On this tab, it's called Memories and Moments, and here it has a series of questions to help you reflect and remember all your precious memories during your wedding, for your pre-ceremony, ceremony, reception, and other. And you could add a photo for those. And like for example, here you go to insert image in cell. You browse and you select a picture like this. And then on the top, you could also add a link to your album.